So I can just paste this in here. Okay, cool. Um, well, let's see. So like, let's see. So just I'll. So are you familiar with like RGB values?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So like a PNG file, that's like a regular PNG file. I mean, indexing your PNGs are really a rare thing, right? But like a regular PNG file, it's dead nuts easy. Like if you look at the actual breakdown of a PNG file,
Yeah.
it's let's see, like here's like the actual breakdown of a PNG. Where is it? Uh, it has like a header. Okay, so like
Yep.
offset in
Ah.
these are byte offsets. So a byte is it's 8 bits, right?
Yep.
So a byte can hold a maximum decimal value of 255, I believe, right? 2 to the 8. This is getting into like
No. No.
computer science.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
200. So this is like the
Yeah. Two
maximum
fifty
integer
six. Yeah.
a byte can hold. So a PNG file, if you look at it like just a big old chunk of bytes, right?
Hmm.
Just a big old blob. How that's formatted and is what defines a PNG file. And so right here is a PNG file. It starts
Wow.
with a certain header. If you were to convert each one of these bytes, this is a byte, this is a byte, this is a byte, into ASCII, you can see that it starts with this PNG thing. So you can imagine like this is useful for like parsing. Oh, okay, it starts with .png. I know it's a PNG file, therefore I know it follows this format. I know that 6 bytes into this data chunk is going to be the size of the file, and
Hmm.
therefore I can count that many bytes and I'll have the end of the file, and now I know the entire file size so I don't extend past it and do memory overflow and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is a PNG file, and you notice that it gets to a point where all the header stuff is out of the way. We're able to add all of our little details on what's about to follow, and then it gets to a point where there's this big chunk of pixel data.
Hmm.
And so what it does is if you have like in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's maybe like I don't know, 32 by 32
Yeah.
pixel image, right? So it'll actually go through each pixel
Hmm.
and it'll say, okay, this is the R, this is the G, this is the B
Hmm.
for this pixel. So it's going to be FF, FF, FF because it's white,
Yep.
right? FF, FF, FF,
Yep.
FF, FF, FF
And zero
for
zero
each and
zero.
every
Yeah.
pixel. Now imagine that's at a minimum
Ah.
3 bytes per pixel, right?
Yep.
Because you need the R, the G, and the B.
Yep.
Okay.
Ah.
So you see where I'm
Wow.
going with this?
Yeah. Wow.
So an indexed palette, what it does is if you have a PNG file that has maybe 10 colors max, right? Let's say
Hmm.
that in this case it has what, 3 colors,
Hmm.
right? So the palette size will be 3 colors. So you get a lot of data savings, data size savings. So think about this. What if instead of having to record the RGB values per pixel, which is 3 bytes each,
Yep.
we only recorded a 0 if it's white, a
Hmm.
1 if it's black, and a 2 if it's yellow.
Yeah. Wow.
Then that's only 1 byte, right? So what you do is you extract your color data out of your image into the header into what's called a palette, an
Hmm.
index palette where 0, it's just your colors are indexed. 0 equals white,
Wow.
1 equals black, 2 equals yellow, and now your pixel data is just a number, a single byte from 0 to 2, right? And you're able to save all those bytes.
Wow.
That's what you guys did, and that's the proper way to do it. And so if you were to open up a Bitcoin Bad Bunny, you'd look at the header and you would see a nice, maybe 10 colors long,
Yep.
right? And then through the rest of the pixel data, you would just see an integer value between 0 and 9
Yeah. Wow.
instead
Wow.
of having 5 bytes or 6 bytes per pixel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Interesting.
just a
Interesting.
little optimization. So Yeah, that's kind of neat, and and by doing that, you're respecting the Bitcoin blockchain because remember,
Absolutely,
these
yeah,
are going to be stored until the end of time.
yeah.
Somebody wants to synchronize their Bitcoin node in the future, 500 years from now, they're downloading every single block. So it's just a kind of a nice thing to have it in the most efficient way possible.
No,
So
absolutely, and that was those early discussions we had as well, where it's for someone uninitiated, it's like pretty easy to get your head around. Like efficiency is like if that's the uh, um, the entire thing of Bitcoin,
yeah,
as opposed to say anything else. Um, Explaining those particular points about size and efficiency and their direct correlation to costs in Sats and the like. It's pretty kind of simple thing to get your head around, and then within that, there's like a lot of like elegance in solutions. Like it's really cool.
yeah, 100%. Yep, that's my angle on it. So it's just you wouldn't believe the amount of projects that launched that um, so let me show you. And
Mm.
this is actually something that I hold. I paid $5,000 for
Whoa.
this inscription that I'm about to show you,
Yeah.
and it irks me, and I'll show you why. Let me see if I can find it. So I go here. Let me show you this.
Am I
Are
looking
you
at you?
familiar with like?
You're
Are you familiar with? Are you seeing my screen here,
no,
real
it's
quick?
still on
Let me just.
100,000.
Oh, okay. Hang on one sec. Let me. All right. You see
Okay.
this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so there's this huge thing right now, or there was a few weeks ago, to
Yeah.
get sub 10K inscription,
Yes.
right? Because in and of itself, that's kind of its own collection,
Yes.
even if it's whatever. But there's this project out there called Elders of Crypto, started
Yeah.
by this guy, Icy Mage, and he just contracted out for some pixel art, and he creates like one of one people. This
Yeah.
is Gary V. So this irks me, and it irks me because I paid a lot of money for it. That's not why, but you can see that there was no respect for efficiency. So
Yeah.
if I were to save this image, so look at the size of this thing. It's
Yeah.
like 8,288
Yeah.
bytes.
Yeah.
It's really only a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's probably only like a 64 by 64 pixel image.
Yeah.
They're probably, but he upscaled it because he just, a lot of people don't understand like image formats, and I completely get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But this is probably like a 480 by 480 pixel image,
Yeah.
not paletted, even though it only has probably, I'm looking like 16 colors,
Yeah.
different shades of gray and stuff. So it could have
Yeah.
been saved there. But yeah, it was just at a time where he's like, screw it, full send. But, there's a part of me who wants to re upload this guy like in its native format,
Yeah.
but that's just an example of um, just a ton of people out there that like wouldn't even care about this, but like anybody who's like a crypto person or like a tech fiend or something really would appreciate uh you know like uploading it in the most efficient way possible, because this is just wasted. It's wasted pixels because like he upscaled this, so like where this is actually like 1 pixel for the eye
Mm.
natively, because he upscaled it
Mm.
10x. There's like 10 black pixels in there
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
across and 10 black pixels going up. It's just like, come on,
But
but but
it's
you know
go back to it because
bunnies are doing it right. Bunnies are doing it right.
no, and like like I absolutely see what you're saying because what we're looking at, so it's not just the image, it's this page that we're looking at. It's the inscription ID, it's all that
Hmm.
information underneath, and part of that information is 8,000 bytes, and
Right.
it's basically a sign that says something about this image, and it's not entirely positive, right?
Right.
It's
Exactly.
as simple as
100%.
that. And so if you go to Bitcoin Bad Bunny or one of the Bitcoin punks
Crypto
or
punks.
whatever,
Yeah.
yeah, crypto punks, you see it and you go, yep, everything makes sense, everything is where it should be, everything is correct. Um,
Yeah, and there's also something to say about provenance too.
Mm.
Like this, you know, this technically isn't the most efficient representation of this image, and there's something of like something to be said about if somebody were to upload the most efficient
Mm.
in paletted indexed version of this, could they have a claim to fame of being the
Yeah.
source, and then could
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
that I've done nothing but upscale and upload, so
Yeah.
there's like something there too about like,
Isn't that
you know
interesting?
yeah, it's interesting because
That
like it's almost like having an artist or a painting, right? But what's on the chain is like a copied version of the painting, so there's some lossy quality and things like that, where like if somebody were to come and do a proper upload or have the source material for that image and upload it, you could have a question of like integrity of the original image. Oh, I have a higher
uh,
quality version of it,
yeah.
therefore, so that's why I wanted to really make sure you guys got it in the absolute
No, absolutely.
best format. So it's a big deal.
It's
I really do
interesting.
feel like that.
It's interesting in that just like it's the integrity of the piece that
Hmm.
any opening, because all of this is just completely open and anyone can do anything. Like you said, someone else can reinscribe this, in a better format. If every single person in the world has nowhere to go with your image, like it's just perfect, then yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
the integrity of that image is 100%, and it's literally immutable.
It is.
You
Yep.
know.
Yeah, that data cannot change. It's stored on the blockchain.
But
So
also, if you did any different version of it, it wouldn't be an improvement. So therefore, it's just a copy.
right,
Whereas if someone
exactly.
redid this and improved it, then it's not a copy. It's actually better,
Right,
kind of
exactly.
thing.
Right.
So if you leave someone no room to make your image better in any way whatsoever,
Hmm.
then the provenance of it is you have it, and anything else is a copy. It's so interesting.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
It
man.
is. It is interesting. That's the kind of like realizations that you have to like go through these motions to kind of realize.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. Crazy, crazy.
so. Yeah, but the bunnies are awesome. So like if I were to open up the bunny, let me see.
Yeah, I think I linked it in Discord. If you don't have it,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me just see if I can pull this up in the old. Yeah, let me just go here. Where do we got it? Nope, I think that's the wrong one. This
yeah,
one.
I've got
Okay,
it.
yeah.
I think. Um, Let
So
me.
here's the content that lives at that. You can always just click content here, and it
Yeah,
actually just loads up the data in your browser.
yeah,
And we could see that it's like huge when it doesn't need to be.
yeah.
If you were
No,
to open
yeah,
up like a CryptoPunk in your browser, it'd be this little tiny thing
totally.
because it's the most efficient thing.
Yeah,
We got that down, but let me just take a look at what the bunny looks like here. Yeah,
yeah,
there we go.
yeah.
Nice little
Which is
little raw little bunny
insane.
right there.
Uh,
That's good.
And look at that,
Beautiful.
200 and what is that? My eyesight's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
285 bytes. Yeah,
Insane,
that's tiny.
and just looks
So
amazing.
it does. It looks awesome.
Like jackalope horns and Sonny's. He's looking good.
Love it. He's got the horns.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So there, because
yeah,
one
like
of the traits is the jackalope, which is because jackalope's the mythical bunny with horns, with stag horns.
yeah, yeah.
So if you put horns on a bunny, then it's not just horns; it's a jackalope. So the trait on the OG bunnies is jackalope. So we had to have that in
Nice.
for sure. So yeah, um, so you put the script together to do the others. Do we do any of them now, or we just do them over time, and then we'll catch up later when they're all done?
I think we. I mean, the fees are so low right now that I'm
Yeah, let's
probably
do it.
just gonna get cranking on them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So let's do it.
Or you can do one batch, and we can just kind of keep recording, and then after that is done, we can log off for a bit, and I'll leave you to it, and then we'll catch up
Yeah. Did you
another
did you
time.
want me to I mean, the thing is, it's like a custom script, so I don't know
No,
how
you
much you're
man.
gonna be able.
I'm not doing it.
What's that?
I'm not doing it. I would be too scared. I would be too scared.
No, no. I mean, like, should I screen share and have you just record me running the script
Yeah,
that
no,
just does like? Do you want me to do that, or it's
yeah.
up to
Like,
you?
I mean, is it? I mean, maybe not. Like, maybe it's a matter of because, like, is that um, it's probably something to keep under your belt and maybe we kind of pause and I'll leave you to getting them up and then we can check in even if it's tomorrow. I'm not sure how late it is.
Let's get this first. I'll get bunnies 2 through 40
Sweet.
sent to the mempool, and let's just do that right now.
Okay,
and
cool.
just so if you want to record your own screen, because they're gonna be popping in there
Yeah, right.
probably in your
Yeah.
Sparrow wallet.
Yeah. I'm
So
I'm
I'll go ahead
recording
and
it, so
all right, I'm gonna go ahead and send this then. Hang on, let me just double check.
and I can just pull in the Sparrow wallet into the area I'm recording when it starts to kind of.
Okay, it's going.
Okay.
It should be sending here.
Hey, that is awesome. There's 8. There's a bunch. It's like 15 or something. Yep.
Yeah, they're coming through.
Yeah.
So that should be buns 2 through 40.
That's
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
I'll oh, they wouldn't be there yet, would they? To like look
Let's
on
see.
ordinals. No, unconfirmed.
No,
unconfirmed.
it would have to be.
I got ahead of
first.
myself.
If not, yep, yeah, it would. I mean, I think they actually it does show you the TX information, but it won't show you any images until it's mined.
And so then was that for that 40? That was 400 and so that was $113 or no $107 and 400,000 sats. So what that means?
I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah.
It's not going to be more than.
Yeah, no, man, that seems.
Well.
If
yeah. So there. So yeah. So there's going to be the 10,000 sats.
That's just mempool,
that you're going to receive, but
yeah.
That doesn't include the actual fee that was paid to upload the image.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like another, $250 for that.
Yeah, that's fine. It's
So are you watching my screen by chance?
Yes, I am still. Yep.
I think I see some buns here.
Oh yeah.
In the mempool.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. Well, I set it at 12 sats. Here, yeah, 12 sats. So I should be able to find something here. Thing is, you kind of just look for like similar sized blocks all together. 12. So yeah, this would be okay. So 4FD92. 4FD92.
That's even this is just.
So 2544. That's pretty tiny. Oh yeah, it's going to be like one of these very, very
Yeah,
small
right.
squares.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough to see.
Still, it's just cool seeing it within that. I mean, this is all kind of like normal to you, but it's the first time I've been kind of looking at stuff like this. It's mind blowing.
Yeah, it's cool to think that like, you know, like these are all ordered based on like an incentive, like a free fee market,
Yeah.
like it's just neat to think that like, oh, you want yours in this block? Well, you're paying, this guy just paid 30 fee for, 30 sats per byte per byte for his. And so you got to be like competitive. Here's some of the lower ones, right? Paying 5, we paid 12. So we're in this mess here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's neat, and it's like, there's been known things of like, somebody having a bunch of transactions stuck because they just accidentally put like one fee rate, and like you could literally go to a miner and pay them like out of band, be like, hey, can you guys just make sure you include these in whatever block,
Wow.
and just pay them like outside the system, and then they'll
So
always
funny.
include it until it's mined. So it's just really, it's cool stuff like that.
It really is.
It's pretty wild.
And I think it's like this is, like particularly Bad Bunnies. There's a lot of projects where it's certainly no shade. This is a tough space to be in, and then when things aren't necessarily going fantastic in a bear market and whatever, you're like, oh, like, do we stick with this stuff and whatever. You know, for me and for Pooply, and it's really is this thing of this area is just so interesting and so amazing to be a part of, that you know we had to stay in, one for all our membership, but also just for these opportunities. Like if we had packed our bags and gone home, a while ago or something, this now would not be possible for us. It's just, and this is, I think I just, the point I'm getting at is I just don't how understand how people can look at this and not understand that it's the future.
Yeah, no, we're early
Like
because
it's
the tech is here and it's rock solid.
like
So it's just about getting adoption, and all this crap going on in the states with the banking
yeah,
systems and all
yeah.
that going under. It's just further proof that we need something like this as a settlement layer for the world. You know, so
It's without a doubt.
yeah,
Without a doubt.
this is a huge bet on Bitcoin too.
Yeah.
These
Yeah,
ordinals are a big bet on
it
Bitcoin.
is.
So
Yeah. And look, it's kind of, even in the the need to keep pixels down and so on. There's room to move within all of that. That because you could argue that you know from an art perspective, uh, you know that's quite restrictive, and is that does that restriction hobble what's possible? But I don't think it will. So it's really just a matter of finding your way within it. Yeah. So let's check back on Sparrow. They're still unconfirmed.
yeah, the last block to go through was 12 minutes ago. So
Yeah.
yeah, we just could be any minute now.
But look, this is going to be like this is why it was so kind of like I think important to kind of record this is that thanks to you, of course, it's a bloody masterclass in ordinals. Like really, but like how many? Like I mean, maybe I'm not aware of it because I haven't looked, but like how many videos are going to be up on YouTube showing how ordinals work?
Yeah, that's the thing though too, is I really we did, to do a proper masterclass. I'd want to walk you through Satoshi's first and
Well,
how those
mate.
are ordered. Because the inscriptions and the stuff that we've been dealing with here, this is kind of on top of ordinal
Mm,
theory. It's kind of on top of the ordinal protocol. Like I could show you, like there's a whole world right here
okay.
in this
Well, we've got to
in this
do it then, eh?
Satoshi thing. Like if you wanted to learn about ordinals, this is where it all comes from. It comes
Wow.
from the ordering of the Bitcoin when it's
Ah,
mined. in the block, so like, maybe the Bad Bunny community, if they want to get into it, I could do like a 30-minute
Absolutely.
breakdown of ordinals or something. But yeah, it goes like this for is how to properly learn about inscriptions.
Mm,
In Bitcoin Bad Bunnies, you have to learn about Bitcoin first.
mm,
You have to learn about the blocks. The fact that they're 10-minute blocks and all that stuff. So you learn about Bitcoin first, along with the unspent the UTXO model, because
mm,
it's different than Ethereum. Then once you have that kind of solid, which is dead nuts easy, then you learn about how did they make Bitcoin non-fungible
mm,
and using ordinals. So then you learn about, okay, how did they actually organize the satoshis from 0 to whatever trillion we're currently at. And then at that point, now that we are able to track the individual satoshi around the blockchain, now we can actually inscribe on that satoshi and put some data. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
almost like going to the store and putting a penny in the thing and then turning the crank, and it squeezes the penny and makes the image on the penny.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
still a penny underneath, but now it's inscribed.
Yeah.
And so like, that's yeah. There's a lot there, but
Well, like, I mean, look,
it,
it's based on, if you're happy to, because I think we've touched on it briefly, and you explained, just briefly how this has all come about, and whatever, and I found that, because I think that was maybe even like the first discussion we had. I was just like, wow, that's just like, it blew my mind. So, I mean, I think part of this would be, uh, showing this process, is awesome. But then, if we jump on a YouTube stream, uh, and you school us in this stuff, everyone's going to be the better for it.
yeah, no, in a way, it's a huge opportunity for Bitcoin, for Bad Bunnies too, like the holders.
Oh,
Like
for
I
sure.
really do feel like not a lot of people they're gonna find out about this too late. So like there could be a thing where your holders are thanking you next year because they were able to get a Bitcoin ape at 0.15 and it's worth 10 ETH or
Yeah,
something. So
totally, totally. And I think the thing is, and our earlier discussions with Meng and the like, was that, you know you got, like, Meng, came to us and said, you should do this, and we're the type of people who just go, oh, that sounds awesome, let's do it. Like, and we
yeah,
reach out to you, and all it is like, yep, that's awesome, sounds great, good information, great, let's move on. Okay, what do you think about this? Here's the art, it's good. Okay, let's index that color, sweet, done. Okay, let's inscribe them.
yeah, it's been smooth. It's been a smooth
Yeah, it has,
process. I
eh?
mean, the little hiccups here and there are only because the tech is lagging.
Yeah,
And I'm just glad to know that you guys respect the tech, and
yeah,
you didn't go with like an ord swap for everything, because that's risky.
yeah,
You don't even give you a freaking seed phrase in your for
yeah,
your
yeah.
ord swap. So
No, it's like, it's
but we'll have to think about um, once you get it more finalized with how you're going to
mm,
position this carrot on the stick. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like with because you got this beautiful thing now.
yeah,
It's not going anywhere
yeah.
forever. You got these Bitcoin Bad Bunnies, so like once you figure out the best way to use them and stuff, and you feel like you want to do a little like 30-minute thing for the holders, to onboard them. It would be cool at that point if we had like a simpler browser extension to
Mm,
get them all set up with, and
yeah,
one that we could vouch to get them set up on Sparrow. That's like I said, it's just so incredibly powerful of a tool. Is you can basically like manually build transactions in there. It would be cool to like give it a couple weeks for these browser extensions to get their asses kind of sorted out with inscriptions, and then it'd be cool to get everybody set up with like a thing.
but I think it's like, you sent me the documentation, and
Mhm.
I took a little link. I took a look, and yeah, initially, my brain, because it's all unfamiliar, kind of went, um, am I going to be able to understand this? But it's so simply laid out. Like
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
it's really,
The
and then
sparrow, you mean?
Sparrow, like, and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
you
yeah.
need to know really is, once it's there, freeze it.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
because it's not like you're going
No,
to
you're
have 50 Bitcoin Bad Bunnies here. You'll be lucky if you get one.
right.
And as long as we onboard and inform the community to the best of our ability, I think they can easily handle Sparrow. Like it's probably more
Well,
just once it
that'd
gets
be
to,
great.
yeah, it's probably more once
Yeah,
it gets to, like, you know getting multiples in there, and being responsible for people using Sparrow for all of their ordinals, and just to make sure that everyone's well informed. That would be the priority. So
yeah, and the benefit there as well, like I mentioned earlier, is it's only a matter of time until like a browser extension
yeah,
uses the Sparrow seed phrase. So like we just need a browser extension to come out that's not like closed source like Xverse
it's so
and
funny,
does some
eh? Like,
funky wallet. Like I think Unisat might just be what we're looking for. It's just
mm,
I downloaded it and it looks a little crappy, but yeah, it's only until like because there is a benefit to having a browser extension because as websites become more popular, marketplaces and stuff, and you're gonna want that ability to connect wallet.
yeah,
Um, so
absolutely.
we're gonna want that, but
It's like
um,
Ord Wallet. It's like one. I mean, that's just my first experience of it. Like, quite surprised by that. And then when we started looking, prior to Sparrow, looking at Xverse and whatever else, it's just kind of like, what, like, such a, and you explained your reservations about using any of them. Yeah, it, to me, with the right information provided by yourself, it makes Sparrow look like, even though it's pretty old school looking, and whatever, its fundamentals makes you kind of, believe in it. You know.
yeah, yeah, it's all it's all it's just very powerful. That's
Yeah.
all. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a very very powerful thing. I mean,
Okay.
this is the wallet that the people that help out other people in order cord get their transactions unstuck and do all these weird fee payment things to
Yeah.
get things
Wow.
unstuck. I mean, they're using Sparrow to manually write these transactions, so
Wow.
it's a very cool thing. I mean, you could if you wanted to set up your own inscription bot, you could do that with Sparrow. You'd send like a half a Bitcoin in to one of your receive addresses
Mm.
here, and then using Sparrow, you can split that out to like 50 other receive addresses. They're all controlled by the same wallet, so they'll
Yeah.
all
Wow.
show up in there. But now that you have 50 split out to 50 different receive addresses, now you can inscribe on 50 concurrent UTXOs.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's exactly what I'm doing. That's how I'm able to do
Yeah. Wow.
50 at a time or 100
Yeah.
at a time.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
you can do all that with Sparrow. Very, very cool stuff. But let's see, did any of this stuff go through
Yeah.
yet?
No, not yet.
No, it looks like 22 minutes ago was the.
And that's all right.
We're
We can.
still, yeah, we're still good because I'm seeing some transactions that are like 5 sats are still included. So
Yeah.
we
We
should be in
can.
the mid,
We can
middle
also,
there.
like, it's probably more just cool seeing them all kind of pop into Sparrow. We can always kind of pause it here, and then reconnect tomorrow, and see the full
Mhm.
200 in the list, and then go
Yeah,
take a
you
look at
want me to
them. And
just go ahead and as soon as
yeah,
those free up, just keep sending them until we're good to go,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then we'll catch up tomorrow and
yeah. I think
go
so.
over them and stuff.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
cool.
that's awesome. I just, one note though, all of them do say BTC Bad Bunny 1 uh,
Oof.
received. So I'll wait till they're unconfirmed, and then I'm sure it's, you then just go number 2, number 3, number 4, like whatever. It'll only take a few minutes
Yeah,
to
I
update that.
wonder if it's gonna order them based on how they were included in the mempool. Because if they are ordered like that, then they should technically be properly ordered to where you could just very quickly
Mm.
go through and label them. Um, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
see.
see.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, I would probably just be wary of like just going in a row and labeling 1, 2,
Oh
3,
no
4,
no no
5.
no
You're
no!
gonna want-
It would be
you're gonna wanna
transaction check.
Yeah, check the inscription number.
Yeah,
five, whatever,
probably
600,000, whatever we're at.
probably do spreadsheet that just at the same time, so that it's all a bunch
Yeah.
of copying and pasting and whatever. But look, let's wrap it up until tomorrow. But just again, the awesomeness of your help is just insane, and the knowledge is so amazing to be,
My pleasure. No
handed
worries.
over. It's just like infinitely interesting. So. Thanks again, and let's.
You're welcome.
Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
Awesome.
Talk to
Okay.
you tomorrow.
See ya.
Okay, take care.